Hello everybody, welcome back to 539. Not really sure how long this episode's really going to be, but I stumbled upon this place on the way back to the command center. I almost was just going to mark it and come back later, but I wanted to check it out here before the sunset. As you can see, right here is a random memorial, and I think it is a war memorial here. And I wanted to check it out. It's pretty large. Looks like it's about 20 feet tall at least. And yeah, definitely a war memorial. See, it was dedicated in 1931 to all soldiers and sailors. I wasn't really expecting to find it. It is in a local cemetery in Indiana. And I don't know what's behind it here, or if there's anything even on the back side. So there's nothing on the back side of it, but there is this interesting little opening here. Almost looks like they're going to add something at some point. Definitely a lot of decorative plants and things, but nothing here at the moment. I thought that was really kind of cool. We'll go ahead and walk around for a little bit here and see if we can find anything else that's really interesting or historic. I don't know how old this place is or what's even here, but it looks like it might be a fun little adventure here. It's looking fairly new at this point. But I'm thinking we're actually going to find a few historic things here and there. If not, it'll just be a shorter episode. I just had to stop to check out that memorial. It looked pretty interesting and unique, and so I thought it'd be a shame to leave it behind. It does look like there are a few things from the mid-1800s. See 1874 here, and a really epic looking granite installation here. Very tall. Looks like it's itself about 10 feet tall. And as we get towards the center here, things start to get a lot more historic, and you can see a little bit of wear and tear. So this one here must be in the process of being restored. You can see it's actually being placed right now in front of this smaller set of gravestones here, but it looks like they're going to stand it back up pretty soon, and then it will probably occupy this empty space right here. There's a decent amount of decay and damage here, but nothing too terrible. You can see once again that things are incredibly difficult to read though. And obviously this one right here has turned quite a bit, and it's not about to fall off, but at some point it will fall if somebody doesn't straighten it out. Kind of continuing it on here, see some more stuff here that has just fallen backwards. And it's that stuff that I truly don't understand, where it could be just kind of propped back up. This looks pretty interesting right here. But again, kind of difficult to tell in the writing, a little bit easier on the camera. So hopefully you guys can get a good view of some of the historical data here. You see right next to it some fairly clear writing. And now we're starting to get into the incredibly historical side here, at least density wise. There's a lot more older stuff over here. So another member of the Odd Fellows fraternal organization right here. And beside it here, another memorial that's kind of in desperate need of being set back up, but not in bad condition overall. Kind of interesting here, there's actually no writing on this large memorial here except for the last name. I don't know if there's something around on the back. No, huh. And over here, a smaller Woodman of the World installation. And at the very bottom is a carving of a vase with a plant growing out of it. Some more interesting movement right beside it. Seems like they twist a lot, and I'm not really sure as to why that is. Another fairly unique one right here, being granite in the very center, and this fairly normal selection of stone here on the bottom, as well as the top there. And you can see that we are coming upon a couple of ground level crypts back here, and it sort of just butts into a bunch of people's backyards here, which is fairly normal in a small town like this though. And these are in pretty good condition actually. It almost feels eerily close to these people's property. This is kind of strange. And this one mammoth memorial right here, this is one of the largest I've ever seen. Wow. It almost looks like a ground level crypt, but I'm assuming that it actually stood up at one point. It doesn't have the construction of one, just the size of one. Well, look at all this back here though. It's incredible. Making it a little bit difficult to film though. Trying to respect these people's privacy and not film right into their backyard or their windows, but at the same time gathering as much info about this place as possible. So without making anybody angry, I did want to check real quickly and see about this wood pile over here. I'm not sure if there's anything inside of it. I'm not sure exactly how well I can be heard right now. I'm just trying to lean over the microphone and not really act too suspiciously. But you can see 1847 right there. This is just so strange. We are literally almost right in somebody's backyard. Definitely some evidence of some war veterans here. You can see this one actually has the war listed, being the Mexican-American War. And I thought that this was a veteran's marker, but upon closer inspection it actually is not. Kind of strange. It actually has a back entrance going right to that person's backyard. Very interesting. They actually have a memorial here dedicated to the employees. So that's pretty cool. It's kind of unique too. I don't really find that very often. You can see again how it just butts up against people's property here, and very interesting fence line. Somebody has used some, looks like vinyl or steel siding to make a fence around their property. And it actually leads to an old decaying sidewalk here. This is kind of cool. Right here, almost right next door to this guy's house, is actually a pretty amazing Woodman of the World monument. I don't know if you guys can actually hear me, so I apologize. But one of the better conditioned Woodman of the World monuments right here. So how cool is this? Well, right here is a smaller version of what we've been finding a lot of lately. A little metal memorial there. Pretty cool, really interesting design too.